Today we are doing something to the transporter I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that is upgrading this stereo. This is the old bad boy. Oh yeah. Got too excited and already ripped the van apart. So yeah, this is the old stereo. It works, but it's CD changer and that's about all it's got. I use these to get them out, pretty easy. And I've managed to pick up this little Kenwood bad boy. Does DAB, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Yeah, it's got GPS. Yeah, screen mirroring. A lot of things I'm not going to use, but yeah, pretty good. There's a lot of wires to worry about though. Transporters don't have ISO adapters on them, so you have to buy a little kit, which I've got here. It goes to the quad lock adapter there. You have to connect red wire to an ignition feed to turn it on. That's about it really. Stereo adapter for the radio, and then also it's not the same size, if you can tell, as the original. So you have a little adapter there to change it to fit in the hole. So yeah, I'm going to get that chucked on it, and then I'll show you where I'm going to get the ignition live from. So here we are in the van. Yeah, already got the dashboard apart, which is pretty simple to be fair. So obviously pull the radio out. That panel normally sits there. You pop the top tray out, which is just clipped in, 2 screws, and then prise this off and undo all the wiring buttons. So yeah, that's the original plug, which is why we need this adapter. And then because it runs CAN bus, there's not just like your normal ignition feed to turn the radio on in here, which is why we've got to connect this wire to ignition feed, which I'm going to go off of one of these buttons, probably the heated seat button, because there's going to be plenty of power going there. For those who haven't got heated seats, you can use the traction control or the heated rear screen buttons. There'll be an ignition live to either of them, so I'm going to get my power probe out now and test which one that is. So no ignition on currently. Test what we've got. Nothing. Earth. Switch the ignition on, then hopefully we should get a live. Earth. Nothing. Live, yeah. So that's the one we're going to splice into. That's the connection all made. I didn't show how I done it, but basically I cut the wire, then put some heat shrink on, and then soldered all 3 wires together, and then I've wrapped it with some cloth tape so it looks sort of untouched and OEM. Should do the job good enough. Let's grab the radio and see if it works. I know solder isn't always everyone's favourite, but you know, it works. I quite like it. Yeah, it's not going to go far, it's only a radio. We have life. And it goes off with the ignition. Perfect. Let's figure out the rest of this stuff then. What a mess. The simple part. So that's the simple part of the install sort of done. I've now got GPS aerial to plumb in, a DAB aerial to plumb in, and the microphone. So currently I'm deciding to pull the glove box out, which there's a screw under there, 3 along there, 1 at the back, and that will come out. I can then feed through there this panel, which just pops off, see it clips there, run it up there. I can then put my GPS aerial up there. I'll probably put a DAB aerial on the screen there. I've not decided if I'm going to put my microphone up there or whether I'm going to pop it out one of the blank grommets down here. I'm not decided on that yet. But my USBs I'm going to bring out of them, so then you haven't got to open the glove box to plug stuff in, it's just there. GPS and DAB all in. GPS aerial's there. DAB I've tucked up in there, stuck it to there. Hopefully it gets good enough signal there. You get masses of wire of all this stuff, so you can fit it where you want. Nothing grinds my gears more than just like a messy install. It doesn't take much effort to, tidy this all up and keep it neat. So that's how much excess wire I've got. But wrap it all up, tuck it away somewhere neat. It doesn't have to be an absolute mess behind here, even though it's not seen. Yeah, pretty happy with that. So it's been a week maybe since we got that far with the radio. Yeah, just finishing touches really now. So first things first, I've decided to put everything through the blanks in the dashboard. So we're going to go and measure the microphone, the verniers now, and drill that one out, and start looking at the USB ones, which are a bit more complex because they're like a square hole. So yeah, I hope you can see what I mean. Yeah, I've been using the USB one, been using the van, love the radio, it's been spot on really. So yeah, the microphone is going to come out of there as well. I've got the original blanks here. So we're going to modify them to take it. And let's have a measure up that microphone. $12mm, that should be easy enough. So the general plan is we're going to find the centre of this, drill out a 12mm hole, poke the microphone through, and then use a bit of araldite to glue it into place. Should be good enough and look pretty neat. Once I drilled it, my cone cutter doesn't quite do a 12mm exactly. It says it's 12, but it's not. It's like 11 and a half. Got the file out. It's quite nice actually, to be fair, because I could file it out, and I've got a nice snug fit on it now, ready to bond it in there. I'll show you how it looks before I do that. So yeah, here we are back in the van. Yeah, see, it's actually quite a nice tight fit, and you can see there, it should look pretty smart. It's quite tight in there, so the bonding is just kind of an additional extra, but I'm going to do it anyway. So yeah, let's mix up some araldite and splooge her in there. So the final piece of the puzzle for this install on the radio is a neat way of mounting these USB inputs. Simply you could just sort of put them in the glove box, drill a hole, poke them through and do that. I don't want to do that because I don't want to have to open up the glove box to plug in every time. So I'm going to use those blanks like I've used for the microphone again, and have that poking through. I have already done one. You can see there, I've already made like a square hole for it, and then I've made it again quite tight so that fits in there nice and neat. I'm going to have it sort of poking through a little bit like that, and then bond it in there again. Now I've done that one, I'll show you how I did it with quite some simple tools really. Nothing special to make that square hole. Just use a drill and a file, and some sort of just being careful, doing it slowly, mark it all out first, and it was as simple as that really. But I'll take you through each step now. So first things first, measure up the size of the port and then mark it out on the new blank. So there we go, don't know if you can see that, I've drawn out the area I need to cut out. First I'm going to put some drill holes in there so I can actually get the file in there, and then I can file it to shape. So start with a small drill, go to a larger one, probably get 2 in there, and then I can join them together. So I'll drill them now and show you. There we go. So those holes don't have to be very accurate as long as I'm within my lines, which I am just about. So now I can get the square file I'm going to use to shape it, and I'll get it out to near those lines and just keep trying the USB cable in there until I've got a nice tight fit. So let's get filing. There we have it. Another one with a square hole. All holes around. See, it's quite a nice snug fit again. So that'll help hold it in there. And again, I'm gonna bond it in there with some araldite. It should be more than strong enough because you're only pushing a USB cable into there as well. I'm not the first person to have come up with this idea. When I was thinking about it, I'd look online, and you can buy on eBay USB made blanks. I didn't buy them because all they do, you can only use them for actually charging your phone. Whereas I want these to actually carry data using these leads to the radio. So that's why I'm making my own. Yeah, I'll mix up the araldite, I'll get them bonded in, show you what they look like, and then we'll put them in the van. It's been a couple of days and we're back, just been busy, but just giving the araldite plenty of time to go off. See, I've filled them right up in there. That's on both of them, and like that from the front, poking out a little bit. Should look pretty smart. So that's I'm gonna go fit them back in the van, and we'll have another look, see what we reckon. Not sure how much we're gonna see because it's pretty dark, but we'll have a quick look and then we'll come back in the day and I can show you all properly when it's light, basically. But yeah, they look pretty smart to me. Yeah, see one there. Yeah, the light's reflecting really badly. Another one there, and then we've got our microphone there. Looks like a pretty tidy setup to me, and it uses up some of the blanks that we've got. I need to put a bit of vinyl rubber care on them, bring them up to the same colour as the rest of the dashboard. But yeah, looking good. So we'll come back and have another look in the daytime. Bit of daylight, so let's have a proper look at it then. So yeah, from a distance, looks pretty neat, I think. You know, all quite well hidden, but also accessible. The only one that sticks out is this. It was the cable that came with the radio. Maybe I should have changed it to a black one, but yeah, it works. So we've got one there, one USB there, the microphone hidden there, and then obviously the head unit fitted there. All the cables hidden, and the only thing you can see is the DAB aerial up there, which isn't too intrusive. Look at the screen. And yeah, it all works. Been using it for a while now, pretty happy with it. Let's turn the radio on. Yeah, it's a bit slower than the standard one, but it's got a lot to go through. Yeah, it depends what you want to use it for all the time, really, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All working. So yeah, it's on DAB at the moment, go straight onto it, and then you can connect to Android Auto. I was wrong, it doesn't actually have sat-nav, but you can screen mirror your phone on it, so you know you can use it for sat-nav, and it works perfectly well. So yeah, pretty easy install. Hopefully some tips and tricks you might pick up from this video. But yeah, any questions, I might be able to help. Drop us a comment below. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Give us a like and a subscribe, and catch you in the next one.